Okay, this is Mr. Peterson, and we're doing the Honors Algebra 2 Chapter 4 review. These are example problems for numbers 11 through 14, and our goal here is to find the x and the y. Okay, in this first example, we have a number of corners that don't help us. 3 plus 3 equals 6 is true, but it sure doesn't help us find x. So what we have to do is concentrate on the corners that are helpful. The top right corner, 2x plus negative 8 equals 12, is going to do it for us. I'm going to write it like this: 2x minus 8 equals 12. So if we add 8 to both sides, now we're just solving here. You find out that x has to equal 10. Then you switch to a different corner. In this case, I'm going to go with the one that has the y in it, which is the bottom right. Negative 7 plus 1 equals 3y, and that would look like this. And a little bit of simple solving here, and you find out that y equals negative 2. Okay, moving to the next one, you can see that the x is in this tall column right here. So we have to use that if we want x to be involved.
I don't know how to help with that.
Sorry about that. My phone was going crazy there. But we're going to be multiplying the top row here times the only column to get this top row only column on the other side. So the first pair, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. And then the next pair is plus 3 times x. And finally, this one times this one gives negative 4. And that will equal the 9. So we'll solve this. If you cancel these off, you get 3x equals 9, so x must equal 3. And then you switch to, we want to try and find the y, and you'll notice that the y is in the only column but on the bottom. So you have to use the bottom row only column to get it. And this involves x also. So we got 2 times negative 2 would be negative 4. The next pair gives negative 6x, and then 8 plus 8 equals the y value on the other side. So I'm going to simplify the negative 4 and the 8, and I'm also going to plug in the value of x in a minute. So I know that 8 minus 4 is 4, and we're using 3 for the x. So we have negative 18 plus 4 equals y. In other words, y equals negative 14. And I'll do the next two problems. Well, I think we can continue on this video here. So let's do 13 and 14. Okay, so if you want x to be involved in this problem, you have to multiply by that second column. And I'll start with this top row times the second column to get the top row second column on the other side. So we'll have 3 times x, that's the first pair, 1 times 3, and 0 times 6. Excuse me, 0 times negative 6, and that will equal 9. So if you ignore the 0 and subtract 3 from both sides, you find out that x equals 2. Okay, so we have to shift to another pair to get the y, and you notice that the y is on the bottom row. So you have to use that row, and it's in the right-hand column, so you have to use that column. So that's going to set us up here. We're going to go negative 2 times x. Later we're going to stick this 2 in there. And the next pair is 4 times 3, so plus 12. And then minus 12, those will cancel out, equals the y. So these two cancel out, and the only thing left here is to plug the 2 in for the x. The 2 we found earlier right here. So we find out that y equals negative 4. Okay, the last one here, we're going to go across the top here. That row times this column to get the top row only column. And the first pair, 3 times 2 would be 6. The next pair, negative 3 times negative x is plus 3x. And when you set that equal to negative 9 and solve, you find out that x equals negative 5. Okay, now we have to shift to another row and column to get the y, and it's on the bottom. The y is on the bottom row, so you have to use that bottom row and only column to get it. And it's 2, and then plus 4x equals y, and we know x is negative 5. So we have 2 minus 20 equals y. In other words, y equals negative 18. And that does it for those 4 problems, and we'll pick up number 15 on the next video.